So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about on how to lose belly fat, and I'm just going to give you a few tips. I get these questions all the time on how many meals should you have per day. Should you have 5, 6, 7, or less than that? So what I usually recommend is having between 2 to 3 maximum meals per day. The reason for that is because when you're constantly having meals, let's say you're having 5, 6 meals per day, and you're having snacks on top of them, on top of that, like between those meals, you're constantly your insulin, which is basically a hormone, is getting released to maintain the blood sugar in your system. So every time you eat, let's say you eat pasta, and the insulin gets released to bring down the blood sugar levels, and that's not going to help you to lose belly fat. Insulin is responsible for the fat that you have around your stomach, around your belly. Okay, so what you don't want is your insulin is to get released every few minutes, every hour, every couple hours. What you want to do is spread those meals throughout the day. So like have 3 meals maybe maximum, 2 meals if you're trying to lose belly fat or belly fat in general as fast as possible. When you do that, it's going to help you to lose belly fat. But if you're constantly having small meals, if you're constantly having snacks or whatever, you're not going to lose belly fat in the same rate that as if you were having like 2 to 3 meals. Especially if you're sedentary, like if you have a sedentary lifestyle. So basically, if you're sitting in the office all day, and you're not active, and you're having 5, 6 meals, that's not going to help you. So reduce those meals to like 2, 3 meals. If you're an active person, if you're in the gym and you get hungry, it's okay. Have 3 meals, but make sure you get all the macronutrients that you need. The macronutrients are fats, carbohydrates, and proteins, and fiber on top of that. So have the 4 of them. Have fiber with your meals every time, and I'll do a video on fiber. I'm going to explain what it is and how much should you have per day, and how it's going to help you if you're trying to lose belly fat. Okay, so those are the meals. Have 2 to 3. Now let's talk about snacks. No snacks. Try not to have any snacks. If your goal is, and if you're serious about losing belly fat, do not have any snacks. Cut them down slowly. Reduce them like 1 per day, and then slowly cut down on the snacks. Just cut them off. Cut them off, and that's it. You don't really need them. If you're craving something, or just have like maybe once a day, and that's it. Do not have any more of them snacks, because that's not going to help you, because the insulin hormone is going to get released, and it's not going to help you lose belly fat. What you're trying to do, keep that insulin levels as low as possible. You don't want your insulin to be released every few minutes. That's not going to help you. Okay, so keep that in mind. These are 2 tips that I usually give to people. Do not consume meals too often. Keep them between 2 to 3. If you're an active person, have enough protein in those meals. Have enough fats and carbohydrates. Okay? Also, have enough protein. Make sure you consume enough protein. So usually between 0.8 grams up to like all the way up to like 2 grams. It depends on your activity levels. So if you're an active person, you're going to have more protein, because you're an active person. You're burning a lot of calories. You're building muscle. You need those calories. You need those proteins to recover, to build muscle, and so you can get back in the gym. You cannot compare yourself to someone who's sitting at home or sitting on their desk all day, and they don't do any activities. So those people, they should be consuming 0.8 grams per day. 0.8 per kilo. So basically, if you have to calculate how much. So let's say you're 80. You per kilo you consume 0.8. if you're not an active person. But if you are an active person, you can have all the way up to like 2 grams per kilo. Okay, that's protein. Make sure you have enough of it. You're gonna need it to build muscle. You're gonna need it to recover. You're gonna need it for strength, for enzymes, for building hormones, everything. Make sure you get enough protein, and it's gonna keep you full. You're not gonna get as hungry as if you were having no protein or small amount of protein. Make sure you have it in every meal, especially after a workout. Get some protein after the session, after the gym session. Have some eggs. Have like 3, 4 eggs. You can have more than those eggs. I usually have about 6, 7, 8 per day. So make sure you get organic eggs. Have some fish, salmon, chicken breast, turkey, steaks, everything. Get those meals sorted for the week, 2 to 3 times per day, and you're all sorted. You should be losing body fat over time. You just have to be patient with it, and you have to be consistent. It takes time. It doesn't work within a week or 2 weeks or a month. Okay? Yeah, you'll see a result, but your body weight is going to go up and down, but it's okay. As long as you feel like you're getting there, you're starting to see a result, that's okay. Keep going. Cut down on sugar. Have less sugar, like fizzy drinks, all these crisps, like chips, chocolates, sweets, any of them. Cut them down. Do not consume any of them. If you're craving something, have fruits. Okay? Have banana, have apple, have blueberries, strawberries. All these are good for you, especially after a gym session or before. You need a bit of carbohydrates to fuel that workout that you're gonna use. Just like a car, you're gonna need fuel for that car. So your body's like a car. If you put enough fuel in it, you're gonna get somewhere. But and you have more energy to get somewhere. But if you don't have enough carbohydrates in your body, and the right carbohydrates I'm talking about. I'm not talking about any crap, any processed carbohydrates like bread and all those things. I'm talking about natural food, natural fruits, okay? And lastly, consume enough fats. I can't stress that enough, how important fat for you. Make sure you get enough fat through eggs, through salmon, through nuts, almonds, walnuts, all those things. I'll do a separate video on that. But I don't want to keep this video for too long, but just keep that in mind. I'll do a video on fat, on how much you should consume and what the right fats you should be consuming. Yeah, that's enough for today. I'll get back to you. I'll make another video on each topic, probably on one of these, each one of them, and